Most of us take for granted how much we rely on our eyes. We count on them for simple things, like playing pool, checking what time it is, watching television, reading books, or admiring beautiful paintings. So it's frightening to think that in the blink of an eye, an accident could happen, one that could rob you of your precious eyesight. And eye accidents on the job occur more frequently than you might imagine. In a typical year, 70,000 eye injuries are reported. And the sad fact is that 9 out of 10 of these injuries could have been prevented. Your eyes are your most valuable possession. That's why it's so important to take the time now to learn about the care and safety of your eyes. In this program, we're going to show you 8 rules for eye safety. Let's watch. The first rule is to recognize and identify eye hazards. They're everywhere, and they're usually the result of unsafe acts or unsafe conditions. The more common hazards are protruding objects, heat or harmful radiation, leaky pipes or valves, hanging objects, splashing or leaking chemicals, dirt, dust, flying particles, or debris. Recognizing and identifying eye hazards is important, but you can't stop there. You must do something about the hazards. And that means either taking steps to correct them if you can, or making sure that you're protecting your eyes while working in potentially dangerous areas. The next 2 rules will tell you how to do just that. The second rule of eye safety is to remove, repair, and/or report eye hazards. For example, if you see a protruding object or other eye hazard that can be removed, do so immediately. Otherwise, a coworker could sustain an eye injury. Imagine the damage a protruding object like this could do to someone's eye. And if you're involved in any work that requires special eye protection, make sure those around you are also protected. If not, remove the danger until they have left the area or put on the necessary personal protective equipment. Or if it's a problem that you are authorized to repair, such as tightening a valve to stop a leak or drip, do so right away. Don't assume that someone else will take care of it. And that goes for hanging objects as well. Secure them or tie them back. The few seconds it takes for you to do this could prevent an accident from happening. If you don't know how to correct a hazard, or if you're not authorized to correct it, be sure to report it immediately. Remember, just a small drop of a caustic chemical can burn your eye, causing permanent damage. And tiny particles, even dust, can scratch the cornea of your eyes. So follow your company's policy for reporting all problems. Your safety and the safety of others depends on it. Now you've seen some of the eye hazards you could face on the job and the steps you can take to correct them. Understand, however, that you cannot correct all eye hazards. That's why safety glasses and goggles were invented, to provide you with the protection you need to perform your job safely. But that's only part of the story. You also have to wear the right kind of protection for the job, which brings us to our next rule. Choose the correct eye protection.
But if Frank had been wearing the right kind of safety glasses, the one with side shields, and the metal from the drill press wouldn't have injured his eye. And that's why it's so important to wear the right kind of protection. So, I hope you all use safety glasses with side shields whenever there's a danger of objects coming at you from the front or from the side. For instance, side shields are important when there's the danger of flying particles coming from a drill press or router.
Well, my prescription glasses are shatterproof. Can't I just put side shields on them?
No, that won't provide you adequate protection. You see this baseball? If this baseball were to hit you right now while you're wearing regular glasses, the glasses would be shattered like this. You can only imagine what would happen to your eyes. If this baseball were to hit you while you were wearing safety glasses, the glasses might get damaged, but your eyes would be protected from injury and possible blindness.
Okay, I get the point. So I'll just wear my contacts underneath my safety glasses.
That's okay. You can wear contacts with safety glasses, but only under certain conditions.
I remember how upset you were when you found out that I was wearing my contact lenses in the chemical room, and you explained to me that the contacts can absorb the chemicals and could damage my eyes. You convinced me that I needed to be a little more careful about where I wore them.
That's right. But chemicals aren't the only problem. Don't wear contacts where there's smoke or dust, irritating fumes, radiant heat, or molten metals.
What about face shields? Do I need to wear safety glasses when I'm wearing one?
Yes, face shields aren't made to the same stringent specs as safety glasses. Besides, a shield could slip off, swing open, or break, which would leave your eye vulnerable to injury. Which reminds me, like anything else, protective eyewear requires preventive maintenance. So check to be sure your eyewear is clean and in good condition.
Good questions. Good answers. As you've just seen, there's more to eye protection than just wearing safety glasses. If you're unsure about what type to wear or under what circumstances, ask your supervisor. You are responsible for your eye safety. And not knowing what type to wear is no excuse for not wearing eye protection. Which brings us to our next important rule. Always wear the required safety glasses or goggles.
I don't bother putting on goggles for quick jobs. It just hardly seems worth it for something that's only going to take a second or two.
An accident can take place in a split second and impair your vision for the rest of your life.
I just can't work comfortably in them. They interfere with my side vision.
Get fitted for a different style that suits you better.
I know I should wear them, but they always give me a headache.
Get the fit checked. An eye injury will be far more painful than a headache. What's your excuse? Your eyes are your most valuable possession. There's no replacing them if they're damaged beyond repair. So always wear eye protection. But if an eye accident should occur, it's important to know what to do. And that brings us to our next rule. It's essential that you know first aid for eye injuries.
Eye injuries occur at a rate of more than 1,000 per day. I'm an ophthalmologist, so I treat eye injuries all the time. And some cases I've seen have been made worse because the wrong first aid steps were taken. Let's briefly look at the 4 main types of eye injury and how to treat them until medical attention is obtained. The first type is foreign bodies in the eye. They can be the size of a pinhead, or they can be large and protruding. The tissues in and around the eye are delicate and thin, so even small objects the size of a pinhead cause a high number of injuries. If you get something in your eye, don't follow your natural instinct to rub it. Instead, gently wash or flush with water. As you wash, lift the upper eyelid and roll your eye. This will help flush out the object. Embedded objects are another story. Don't try to remove them yourself. Cover the injured eye without touching either the eye or the object, using a paper cup or similar object. Also, cover the uninjured eye to prevent movement of the injured eye, and seek medical help immediately. If a cut on the eye or eyelid occurs, gently apply cold compresses. Don't apply pressure to the eye. Again, it's also a good idea to cover the uninjured eye to stop eye movement. There are different types of burns, but chemical burns are the most common. Do not rub the eyes. Keep the eye open and flush with water for at least 15 to 20 minutes. Contusions, blows to the eye, require applying a cold compress immediately and keeping it on the eye for at least 15 minutes to help reduce pain and swelling. Know where the eye wash stations are located, know where the first aid kit is kept, and know how to call for help. Never assume an eye injury is minor. For any injury, seek medical attention right away. A careful examination by a doctor is necessary to detect the possibility of more serious damage and eventual loss of vision. But an eye injury shouldn't be the only time you have your eyes examined. And that brings us to the next rule of eye safety. Get your eyes examined regularly by an eye doctor. Vision changes are usually gradual and unnoticeable. And that's one good reason to have your eyes examined regularly by an eye doctor. Another good reason is that there are several eye diseases, such as glaucoma, which can only be detected in an eye exam. Glaucoma is a rapidly destructive disease, affecting as many as 3 million Americans each year. And there are no symptoms until the damage to the optic nerve has been done and vision has been lost. So see your eye doctor regularly. Of course, if you experience vision problems in between exams, you should make an appointment to see your eye doctor right away. Why? Left untreated, certain eye problems such as cataracts can rapidly progress. For instance, this is what a person with normal vision sees. This is what a person with cataracts might see. Cataracts are the clouding of the eye's lens. Some of the other symptoms of cataracts include problems driving at night, double vision, and seeing spots. If you ignore these symptoms, chances are your vision will deteriorate to the point that surgery is needed. The bottom line, get all vision problems taken care of right away, including the following. If you or someone else notice that you are unconsciously leaning toward or away from an object to better bring it into focus, tilting your head to one side to see better, holding reading material unusually close or far, or squinting to bring objects into focus, a visit to the eye doctor is necessary. Vision problems don't always mean you need glasses. You may simply be experiencing eye strain. Close work can increase stress and strain on your eyes. Fortunately, you can reduce eye strain by following such steps as adjusting the light at your workstation and taking mini eye breaks during the day. And you can exercise and strengthen your eye muscles by focusing your eyes on more distant objects for a short while. Of course, don't forget these eye safety tips when you leave work. Your eyes are vulnerable to injury off the job, too. Sometimes the same people who wear eye protection at work don't wear it at home, and they're the ones I see in the emergency room. That's why it's important to follow the next rule as well.
Practice eye safety at home. Almost half of the 1 million eye injuries that occur each year take place in the home. They're often the result of carelessness. For example, spraying caustic cleaning solution in the wrong direction. Or something as seemingly harmless as leaving a cabinet door open can also result in an eye injury. Each year, there are 5,000 eye injuries attributed to accidents in the yard and garden. Accidents where flying objects from a chainsaw get in someone's eye are all too common. Don't let routine lawn and garden chores cost you your eyesight. Always wear eye protection. Home workshops are the scene of some 35,000 eye injuries each year. Accidents involving tools which generate flying particles, such as sanders and wire brushes, are common. So make sure tools are in good repair. Read the labels on every chemical that you use, and always wear eye protection. Failure to do so could result in a painful eye injury. As you've just seen, eye safety while working on the job and at home is crucial. But what about when you're not working? What about eye safety during recreational and sports activities? Well, that's our next rule. Wear specially designed protective eyewear for sports and recreational activities. At least 34,000 eye injuries a year are attributed to sports and recreational activities. That's enough people to fill Fenway Park. Most sports eye injuries occur during competitive games. So wear eye protection when playing racquetball, squash, tennis, handball, basketball, baseball, and other competitive sports. It's essential that you protect your eyes from harm by practicing eye safety at work, at home, and at play. Do so by following the 8 important eye safety rules you've just learned. Let's review them. Recognize and identify eye hazards. And remove, repair, and/or report them at once. Choose the correct eye protection. And wear it. No excuses. And be sure to know first aid procedures for eye injuries. Seeing your eye doctor regularly is also important. And so is practicing eye safety at home and at play. Be sure to wear specially designed protective eyewear for sports and recreational activities too. Remember, 90% of eye injuries are preventable. So do your part to protect your eyes by following these 8 rules for eye safety. And never forget that it only takes a careless split second for an eye accident to happen. An accident that could cause you to lose your precious eyesight forever.